It's Restaurant Week in New York City! Yes!
That's right. And more than 300 eateries around the city are serving up major deals.
Here to discuss the yummy Japanese cuisine at Morimoto is Executive Chef Erik. Welcome to Arise 360. How are you?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Right.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah, and you brought some cool stuff, but before we get to that, we have to talk about Restaurant Week because you guys have some pretty impressive deals that you guys are putting out. $25 lunch sets? Well, tell us more about this.
Yeah, so, Restaurant Week happens in New York twice a year,
Yes.
once during the winter, once during the summer, and, it's to, kind of celebrate, what the restaurant does and to bring people into the restaurant that maybe wouldn't have normally come to the restaurant, based on price point, or people actually travel to the city just for Restaurant Week and, spend the whole week dining at different restaurants.
Now, I'm convinced that New York City is the culinary capital of the world.
The world.
What do you think?
No, I absolutely agree.
Yes. I'm right.
I'm from Los Angeles, and I made a point of specifically, working out here.
All right.
Yeah.
So why do restaurants like Morimoto participate in Restaurant Week? Is it to cultivate a new customer, to introduce your cuisine to more people?
Right, exactly. I mean, it's not necessarily to make money. It's to,
Right.
Try to show what we do best to a larger variety of people, and honestly, from a business perspective, it's in hopes that they come back and have dinner with us in a larger scale.
So for those who haven't had dinner at your restaurant yet, what's on the menu and what's the one must-have dish?
I mean, we were doing three things today. We have classic dishes, a kind of a mix between, some of Chef Morimoto's classics and some more modern seasonal things that we're going to show you today.
All right, well, let's get the party started.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So the first dish we're going to do is something we've been doing kind of year-round at Morimoto, but this is the sort of the summer preparation.
Okay.
This is something that we invented. It's called yuburata.
Yuburata. That's a cool name. Tell us more.
I mean, it's basically a play on burrata cheese, which is traditionally mozzarella skin with a cheese center. In this case, we're incorporating a traditional Japanese technique from Kyoto, which is making fresh yuba skin, which is made from soy milk.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's what we have here on
So this is the fresh burrata? This is the
cheese in the center with a soy milk skin.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And how do we dress it?
So we're going to be serving it with heirloom tomatoes and market berries. So we're going to start with some beautiful local heirloom tomatoes of varying varieties. We try to get a mix of colors and season them directly so that
This is the season for heirloom tomatoes, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the time of year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what did you put on? Sea salt and pepper?
This is just regular kosher salt and pepper. I think that for an initial season, it gets a little bit more even coating. We're going to finish it with some sea salt in the end.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to just sort of arrange some of these tomatoes around the yuba.
Ooh, that's pretty.
All right.
Don't you love it when your meal looks good, too?
I know, the style of it is so pretty.
It looks so chic.
And the colors are great.
Yes, this is a perfect Instagram pic. Okay, let's keep dressing it up.
All right. Berries, you said,
So,
as well?
yeah, and then we're going to add some berries. So whatever's basically available in season. So we have blackberries and raspberries and blueberries, and we're going to sort of just scatter some of these around.
Mm-hmm.
That's not scattering. That's perfectly placing them.
You're absolutely right.
May I place
nice.
one?
Of course, please, yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Wow. It's
Ooh,
getting
these are
pretty
like
by the
tweezers.
moment.
I can pluck my eyebrows with these.
It's not sanitary.
For the larger fruits, I try to, actually place them purposefully, but some of the smaller ones I actually do scatter. But
Why aren't chopsticks this easy?
so I'm going to finish it with some berries, and then these are champagne grapes.
Now, is this one of the dishes that we can get during Restaurant Week?
Yep, it's available on our appetizer menu, definitely.
And what comes with it?
This is available a la carte. For Restaurant Week, we have. It's sort of like it's a prefix like bento box setup in Morimoto. So you basically get your choice of entree. So you could get sushi or sashimi, or we have braised black cod, or you know,
Yeah,
even
the list
things like
goes on and
roast
on.
chicken, and then you know, it comes with like a cup of rice and then soup and a couple types of pickles and salad.
Cucumber you put on there as well?
Cucumber, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Put scatter a couple of these things around.
And what are those?
This is another section of the cucumber. So we peel the cucumber with a knife.
Two different styles.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat it.
Okay.
It's so,
It's so
beautiful.
pretty, right? It's beautiful.
And then basically to dress it, we're going to add some sherry vinegar that we thicken with some agar-agar, which is a seaweed-based thickener.
Agar.
Yeah.
So good you have to say it twice.
You're clearly an artist when you're doing, not just a chef.
Yeah.
Wow. And then it's true that you also had wanted to be a singer when you were younger.
A singer? No, I mean a musician in general.
Musician.
I studied music really seriously, wanting to do that like professionally. You know, the general instability of the career kind of made me want to do something a little bit more practical. Although I probably could have picked something a little bit more practical than being a chef. So this is fresh wasabi root. Most restaurants, you know, either use powder or frozen. This is fresh wasabi. You peel it always from the stem side.
Okay.
Got it.
And then grate it against this shark skin grater.
All right.
All right.
So they're telling us we have to
That's
move on to the next dish.
Yep.
So let's get that wasabi on
All right.
there, and then let's move on.
A little spiciness for you.
All right. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that there.
All right.
And then we'll finish it with some torn shiso leaf.
Shiso leaf.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is very pretty.
And
And
just finish with sea salt all around
voila.
and olive oil.
And olive oil. Oh, make it shiny. Okay, what do you have next for us?
All right. So next we're going to do
Gorgeous.
oops, excuse me.
Wow.
A diver scallop carpaccio.
Carpaccio.
So this is we get these scallops fresh from the Northeast, and we slice them raw. They come in live into the restaurant. We're going to dress it with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to sort of do a ceviche preparation for this.
Okay.
So lime juice,
Yes.
also,
Always important.
There we go.
and some chilies, of course.
Just a little chili, right?
Yeah.
Spice it up.
And then some scallions and herbs, just to sort of round out that the flavors that go with that acidic
And
shellfish.
Is it important to keep it cold?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we use the
Yeah, 'cause
ice
it's ceviche.
very much for the dramatic presentation. A lot of the sashimi platters and whatnot at Morimoto are served on ice.
Yeah.
So I just added a little bit of green apple and all these different microgreens, and basically.
Oh, that's diced green apple. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And we are going to finish it with sea salt, and some black pepper, and then the final touch.
Oh, yeah.
The final touch.
This is when it gets
Yeah.
exciting.
This is a green apple dashi. So dashi is a broth, you know, for traditional Japanese cuisine that's made with bonito flakes and kombu, which is a type of seaweed,
bonito
and that's mixed with fresh green apple juice. So we juice green apples.
And what's happening to it right now?
And this is actually a fish tank bubbler, like for a fish tank. And
No
you know,
way.
You put some of this soy lecithin, which is derived from soybeans, and it sort of creates a stabilized foam. And instead of normal foam, which is like small bubbles, we try to get the larger bubbles for this one.
That is so cool.
Wow. How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
That is amazing. Now, are you supposed to eat it while it's still bubbly, or do you wait till the bubbles go down?
You don't necessarily have to wait. If
Okay.
you start to eat it, they'll almost all dissipate like instantly. You know, you'll see it
so
like.
pretty. Don't
No,
mess it up.
Don't
Don't
put
mess
more
it up.
foam back.
Right.
We want to party.
And you have one more dish for us, right?
One more dish, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is sort of a dramatic presentation as well. I sought out and contacted one of the few people in the world that does this.
Okay.
He's basically a quantum physicist out of Israel, and he developed this technology of quantum levitation using a superconductor and a very strong magnet.
No
You
way.
have to
Go
explain
for
this.
it. Do it. Do
So
it.
basically, I'll explain as I'm going.
Okay. Physics and food.
Basically,
Whoa, wait a minute.
so
That
this-
looks like biohazard material.
Do we
Can
need
I
to
eat
stand
that?
back?
not biohazard.
Okay.
This is liquid nitrogen, though, so you
I
have
love
to
liquid
handle it with care. But basically, the technology is that a superconductor is a perfect conductor of electricity that, when chilled to a certain point, will have this quality where it repels magnetic energy.
This is so cool.
And that's what this is. And basically, Dr. Boaz Almog made this for me. And it's a levitator with a sponge in the center that basically absorbs the liquid nitrogen, because it'll only work if it's below a certain temperature.
Okay, can we get a little closer or no?
No, it's
Yeah, of
bubbling.
course, please, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it won't freeze our hands off or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slowly.
So this doesn't take long to get down to temperature, obviously, because it's submerged in it.
Okay.
We are going to serve a mochi, which is basically a dessert confection.
What's a mochi made of?
It is made out of rice flour. Mochi is made from a special rice flour that's very refined called mochiko. And
Mochiko.
then in this case, it's wrapped around a mousse made with kuramitsu syrup, which is kind of like a Japanese molasses.
So we have about 30 seconds left. Speed round. Can you make it happen?
Yep, of course.
Okay, let's go. Reaching in and getting it. Okay, be careful. Could that actually hurt you if your finger touched the liquid?
Absolutely, it could.
All right, so you take that out. No way!
That is not happening.
So the magnet
is
repelling it, making it levitate.
That is awesome.
This is like a magic trick.
I've
And
never
then
seen anything like that before.
Basically, this plate we place directly on top. Oops.
No way.
Oh
Well,
my
you get the idea.
It slowly descends.
Erik!
That is awesome. That is
awesome.
one great reason to come to your restaurant, regardless of it's restaurant week or not.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
thank you so much for that demonstration. All this great food.
I want to see that again. Okay, you'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
During
All right,
the break.
During the break. We'll be
You're
right
watching,
back.
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
watching
thanks.
Rise Entertainment.